maintaining, protecting their peace. It is Sis Eric with the brother Kaz on the ones and twos.
Yes,
Kaz,
sir.
what's
Yes,
going on
sir.
with you, my guy? What's going on with you, Brody?
I'm good, man. I'm good on this Friday, man. I got some salmon, making some salmon, and just drinking some ginger tea. But yeah, everything is good, man. The weather is lovely. How's the weather down there?
I've been cold, especially in the morning time. It's not too bad right now. It's not
Okay,
too bad
okay.
right
Yeah,
now.
this weather is like crazy here. It's like hot and then it's cold. But yeah, everything else is good, man. Everything else is
Like
good.
New England weather's like that. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. It'll change. It'll
That's
change.
absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
It's one of them days where me and Kaz just decided to turn on the camera and chop it up and see what's good with the people. How
Yeah,
y'all
whatever
doing
comes to
out there?
mind.
That's what's up.
Whatever comes to
Chilling. You
mind.
just
Peace,
caught up
man. How
paying
you
attention.
feeling?
All right. Yeah, I'm just relaxing, chilling, enjoying life, doing what it
Right.
do. Looking forward to the ladies' game tonight.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I seen you watching the game the other night. Who won? Who won?
What which game? The basketball game
I know
or
the Mets won. The Mets won, right? They won.
the Yankees ended up losing? I can't recall the Mets one. I can't recall the Mets one. But the
Okay.
Yankees ended up losing in the 10th. I posted a home run that dude hit, right? They took the lead. Then in the 10th, they came back.
Okay,
Cause
because I
let me
heard.
let, let me just blow my nose right quick, Cos.
Yeah, yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing. No, I was saying that because I heard some people complaining about the Mets or something like that. So I was like, wow. Then I seen I think it was a Instagram clip where they were saying it's only one room. It's only room for one New York team or something. So I'm not really sure who played, but it sounded like fun when you had did the live. Everybody in the building, what's going on? How y'all feeling this afternoon? Yeah, we're just chilling. Me and the brother Eric Kumba, just chilling. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this out. And what's going on?
Who else is out here? What's going on
Somebody,
with me? All as well. You know, I'm living my best life, doing the best I could, striving. I got a
yeah,
message from
somebody
y'all
said,
like
"How's
five
your
in the
day
morning.
going?" Cool kid said, "How's your day going?"
My day's great. How about yours?
King Delvin, salute, good brother.
Yeah. Delvin, always love, always love. Did you hear about the third assassination they tried on Trump, supposedly?
Nah, I didn't hear about that. Wow.
They didn't get too much into details with that. Then you got the YSL. What you got going on, Cos?
No,
Work.
I'm just chilling, man. I had a conversation a little bit early on Instagram, and we were speaking about worrying. You know,
Oh,
why is it good not to worry about things that really don't matter? And I think you
that's
commented on one of the posts that I put on my YouTube. You know, people a lot of times we worry ourselves to sickness over things that
mm,
really don't matter. You know what I mean?
right. Uncertainty. It it disrupts us a lot, cause
Yes.
uncertainty. Like
Yes.
people worrying about how you're gonna pay a bill, how you're gonna do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. But we tend to lack in putting in the effort to do things about it. It's like how can I say, like God will help you, but you have to put in your work too. You know, God will
Absolutely.
bless you.
Absolutely.
It's not just here. It's just not here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. We often go to the powers when we need something instead of being grateful all the time. You know,
Mm. Yeah, that's interesting that you said that because I was talking to the sister Uversa, and she was saying a lot of times you can take your herbs and you can drink your ginger tea when you don't even have a cold. You know, why do people we always run to it when we feel sick or something like that, but we don't do it on a daily basis.
yeah.
Basis. So that's interesting that you said that. Yeah.
Mm, mm. Hey, yo, my bro was going through something himself with his stomach. Right, he was dealing.
Right.
And I know it's stress, but his pride is like I got everything under control. But I know it's stress, and it got him sick. Well, I introduced him to some Pradosec. I've been telling him to take it for 2 years. Like,
Okay.
try this. Like no, nothing a doctor can give you is gonna work like this. He kept blowing me off and blowing me off. I'm good. It's not gonna do nothing. Every excuse. I give it.
Right.
He finally takes one just because I went out my way to go home and then bring him some. Take one. Life changing, cause life changing. You
Wow.
feel me?
Wow.
Like for him now, he's able to function, move, and work. Like it's like woof, but it comes from stress, yo. Like bills,
Mhm.
and it's like
Right.
life
Right.
isn't supposed to be that way. Life is not supposed to be that way. Like,
Right. And this is why it's so important for us to take care of ourselves because, like I said before, most of our stress or diseases start in the stomach. Like they
hmm
said, the stomach is the second brain. The stomach works directly with this brain right here. So if you don't feel something in this brain, then the second time you'll feel it in your stomach. This is why a lot of times people say they feel it in their gut because your stomach is
mm,
your second brain. So it's
right.
good, to feed yourself the best foods. And like you said, try not to stress. Exercise is good. And because that's where we feel the stress at a lot of times first. You know what I mean?
Well, this
Mm,
you stressing over something, it's not gonna fix the solution.
right,
It's not. In fact, if you ask me, it probably could make it worse because it's taken away from the production that you could be putting in. So
right. Create ulcers, create ulcers. I think you were speaking about that before,
mm,
where this stress eats up holes in our stomach and our
mm,
physical. And a lot of times we're stressed and we eat food and we still feel hungry because it's going right through those holes, those ulcers right in our stomach. So yeah,
mm. Now, I was hearing someone talk, right, and
right,
two people, right? There's two people. One person saying, God blessed me, allowed me to afford this beautiful home. It was a blessing of God, right? And then
right.
the other person says, no, that's not a blessing of God. It's the work you put in. How do you feel about that?
Well, everyone has a different understanding of God, right? Some people think God is energetic. Some people think God is a man in the sky that kind of pulls strings. Well, me myself is I feel that we work together with the universal power. So a lot of it is the work that you put in. That's just like, say, for instance, people get up on stage and they think this this mysterious being for everything that happened to them, but they don't thank their friend that gave them that piece of sandwich when they were starving. You understand what I
Oh,
mean? So it's a balance. So I think like in the Bible it says ye are gods of the most high God. So I look at God as energetic, and we could go into the Big Bang Theory and all of that, but everyone has a different understanding of God, and the way that they look at God is the way they're going to treat life. So I think it's us that put the work in, and we got to stop passing off the buck. Because if something bad happens to us, we say, oh, that was the devil. And if something good happens, we say it's God. So that kind of no one wants to, not too many people want to take responsibility, right? Like if a car accident happens, right, we'll say thank God for the person who lived, but was God responsible for the person who died too? So we got to take responsibility for what really goes on. But when people are in that over religious mind state, then they're able to just blame outside forces for everything. We have to take responsibility for good and bad. If I do
mm,
something bad, I'm taking responsibility. I'm not blaming it on some devil. Oh, the devil
right.
made me do that. No, that's a religious mind state, and I'm not against religious people, but organized religion, kind of makes people think like that.
It makes sense. So the way I look at it, like very different from a lot of people.
Right.
I tend to believe that God is the energy, but we're the Jesus of the story. Like all of us are gods. Like is what I'm trying to say. Like we was born to be great. We could create life.
Yes.
We could build. Like man created everything. Is what I'm trying to say. Man,
Right.
it's us as a people. Bro. Is it fair? It often comes up, cause when something bad happens, they say, "Well, if there was a God, then why would He have done that?" And that's a tough thing to answer. It's really tough, like why? But there's a reason behind everything, if you ask me.
Right, and we work when we work with the universal energy, we become co-creators of our own destiny. And once you think like that, there's no room to blame the devil or blame this person or that person. You take responsibility. And I think, matter of fact, you put up a great post the other day about change. And I think once we change our mind state, we take
Mm,
responsibility. We feel more empowered of our own life instead of blaming it on, oh, my wife or my husband. Like I
always.
was walking my daughter to school the other day, and I seen a lady, man, and she dropped her coffee and she blamed it on her son. And I was like,
Uh,
wow, man. So that kind of it's a scapegoat. You know, God and the devil becomes a scapegoat for so many people.
have you ever had an experience where it was like God had to do,
Say it one more
or
time.
have you ever had an experience where like this had to be God's work,
Um, God is my
or a
higher
higher
power.
power?
God is my higher power. So a lot of times when we work with nature, we make these things possible. And I say, wow, that was my higher self. You know, because
Mm,
when those type of things happen, that's when we're thinking in our higher self. We're thinking with our best intentions. And then when bad things happen or so-called bad things happen, that's usually when we're thinking in our lower self, when we really just don't care, or you understand what I mean? So heaven and hell is a state of mind. It's a state of being. You got some people that's living in hell right now,
right.
and some people living in
I will
heaven.
agree. I will agree with that 1,000%. I've had
King
endless
Delvin,
experience.
salute.
I've had endless experiences of like God is good. Oh my, He pulled this off for me. Like God, this had like
Yes.
yeah. People might think I'm crazy at times, but it's like no, it's no way. It's unexplainable. The results. It's like you cannot neglect that there's some sort of higher power contributing
Right.
if we're doing our part at least.
Right. And that's why I said everyone has a different understanding. Right. Your understanding might just be that for you. And then you share it, you share it with other people, but everyone has a different understanding. You understand what I mean?
Right. Everybody does. We all have see see things differently, you know.
Yes.
Everyone.
Because
Plenty of it. Plenty of experiences.
right.
Plenty. Like
The eyes is connected to the brain. So we really see with our brain. You understand what I'm saying? So everyone has a different understanding. So you know,
but I don't know. Everything, all the credit, everything good that comes out
yeah,
of life for me, I give praise to the Most High all the time. Like I'm
no doubt,
grateful,
no doubt.
even for waking up, having having food, clean water, clean house. Like I'm grateful. Like it's
Absolutely. You show your
yeah.
gratitude.
It is our work that me and the family put in, but at the same time, it's God put me in these places and predicaments. You know, like to
Right.
either
Nothing
even
can be possible without that most high energy. Nothing could be possible.
right, and that's a different kind of frequency to be on. Like people could tell when you have that godly vibration and energy, and some people go a whole lifetime without having a super glow or super like
Yeah,
unexplainable. It's
that's
on
right.
people. It's on people. Now it's on you to keep it come. It can leave too. It leaves, and then it's on you to continue to ride. Bless up, Bugs, Delvin,
Right, right.
everybody.
And you know what? When you're in that mind state, you start to attract more of that. You start to attract those people. You start to attract those things to you. You know, it's like what people would call magic, right? Not the Hollywood magic, but you start to attract that, and it becomes a routine. This is why I
Mm,
said before, everybody is growing at their own pace. But the more you do it, it's like an exercise. The more you do it,
The more you do it, the stronger it is, right? But people,
Yes.
there's so many distractions that happen throughout the day, whether we realize it or not, that interrupts that frequency, that disrupts it, that doesn't want you to be the best self. Like,
Right.
and it's hard to maneuver, especially for a lot of people. A lot of people go a whole lifetime without ever waking up, cause
That no, you're right. You're right about that. And when these things happen, it should make us want to go harder, right? Because you got people that look at things differently, right? You got some people that look at, quote unquote issues that happen in life that makes them go harder. They be like, yo, come on, bring it on. And then you got some people that just kind of just throw in the towel. And I know how it is. When I was younger, certain issues, it's just like, but no, that's to make you go harder. So it's how you look at things. And we spoke about this before. It's all how you look at things. Life is not that bad. You know what I mean? People, if you speak to some people, they will give you the most horrible stories about life. You be like, life ain't that bad. You know
uh-huh.
what I mean?
Why would I bring a kid into this world today with everything going on? Like it's just a sad way of living
Mm,
every day, like scared. Like
right.
the birds fly around and don't have no worries. Why
No
should
worries.
we?
Yeah.
They eat.
Right.
They eat good, right? They eat good. Somehow God, the powers that be, takes care of them. A lot of animals out there.
Makes it possible for them to eat. But you know what it is? A lot of us as humans, we bring the issues upon ourselves. We don't want to admit it. Most people don't want to admit it, but we bring the problems to ourselves.
Elaborate on that a little.
Like say for instance, some people might put themselves in situations that have nothing to do with them, and then when the consequences come, they want to play
Mm,
victim. Why
right.
would you put yourself there? Why would you hang around these certain people? Why would you even butt in these type of conversations? It has nothing to do with you. And then when somebody bucks back, you want to get, oh man, you want to play the
Mm,
victim.
you're the victim now, right?
Yeah, that's taking up for yourself. Like my daughter is 12 years old, and just like I've been telling my son, and the way I move also, I don't put myself in certain situations
Mm.
because then you put
Oh,
yourself in trouble where you got to defend yourself. You might have to do bodily harm. So why put yourself in certain situations?
wow. That's dope. You said that because I am like that to the
Right,
T, cause to the T. It's like I won't put myself in predicaments that are uncomfortable, or anybody else for that
right.
matter. Like I will avoid conflicts at all costs, especially at our age. We have to change our ways. If you're in your 30s and your 40s, you can't be acting like you 18,
Right.
19, 20, 21 anymore.
Yeah, and it's all how you move. Like say for instance, I don't hang around certain groups if I know brothers. Like I said before, everybody is growing at their own pace, right? So I don't judge anyone, but I'm not gonna hang out with someone if I know that they're a wild out dude. And now you put yourself in the circus and you mad when somebody clowns you. You can't do that.
Mm.
You can't do that. Like I seen certain people fiend to be in certain chats or certain platforms, but then they get mad when somebody bomb on them. Why would you put yourself in that predicament?
Right.
You know what
That's
to
why.
expect. You can't be mad.
Uh,
You can't be mad.
that's why I be in the bushes lurking. That's how I
Right,
do now.
right, right,
Like
right.
it's the safest place, especially if they
Yeah.
shooting hard. It's like yo.
No, I see you sometimes, and you always spreading love. You always spreading your love because that can make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
if I'm gonna be somewhere, it's what you really doing. So
mm,
if you're somewhere, it's like how you interacting. I seen some people get on certain platforms and they just kind of lose themselves. Get
right.
starstruck or whatever. No, wherever you at, be yourself because people are
Right.
gonna respect that. That's
I
just
look
like
at it like this.
if my
There,
man's is wilding out, I'm gonna tell him, yo, bro, you looking like a fool, such and such. I don't gotta disrespect them or drag them, but I'm gonna put them on. Yo, son, this ain't you, son. You know what I mean?
right. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
I like to keep the balance. That's why I do it in
Yes.
Clubhouse. The peace, the blessing, because I see how chaotic it is, how disrespectful
Mm-hmm.
we talk to each other, how lack of self esteem that we have. Like,
Right.
and a lot of people I watch have so much potential. Like I can't stress that enough. Some people have tremendous potential that it sucks because it's like sometimes I feel like I believe in you more than you believe in yourself,
No,
and
you know
that's
what happens? In those a lot of times I like to pull people behind the scenes and you give them that wisdom. But like you said, when you in the bushes or you in the chat, you could say something, you could put a quote that might change the whole energy. You know, you're just not adding on to the bull crap, but you say something different that might kind of calm it down, or just, you're just adding something positive. You know what I mean? Yeah. So okay, the brother just can you hear me? Okay, I guess the brother be back. But yeah, you don't have to add on to it. And if you do add on to it, you can add on in a positive way. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. Everyone is growing at their own pace, and we don't have to judge people, right? Because when you judge people and you nail them to a wall, that makes people come out swinging. So people get worse. You know what I mean? If you want people to get better, then you what you say you tablik them, right? In the Arabic language we say tablik, or you spark them, or you give them some good words, or you give them some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But you don't judge your brothers and sisters.
Kosh,
Salute
can you hear
back.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Can you see me?
I can see you. You still, but I can see you and I can hear you.
Damn, somebody called me and ruined it.
Nah, but long as they can
Yeah,
see you, they can hear you. People, I think they can hear you in the chat. Ask them, can they hear you? But I think you good. You good.
that's oh man.
No, you good, brother. You good. As long as they can see your
Ah,
face and they can hear that them good words, you good.
it's like, yeah, but what I was saying, the lack of I believe in people more than they believe in themselves, and then you went on
Mm.
about what'd you say?
Oh no, no, I was saying that a lot of times we don't gotta add on to the ruckus, but we can put our positive input. And I see you a lot of times in the chats, and that's where the balance comes in, right? Because people watch us and we always got to be the same no matter where we go. We got to be the same because people respect that. You know what I mean?
Right, right. That's just me. It's just the way I am. People are making fake pages just to talk junk. Like talk junk with your real page is that's more respectable if you ask me. But
Right,
it's a
right.
key
You know, it's
balance.
funny. Somebody else was mentioning that the other day, but people are making fake pages of other people to talk crap. And I'm like, wow. I seen a couple of me in certain chats, but people know that's not me because they know I don't talk like that. But people are doing that. Like people will make a fake chat of somebody and then talk crazy. And I'm like, wow, why do that? And then you get mad when people look at you as a bozo.
Uh, right.
That's
Switch
crazy.
up. It's bipolar issues, a whole bunch of different issues. We could go on and on and on, talk about what it is. Find a solution. Just be better. Be better. Be more loving, more caring, more giving,
Yes.
more helpful. It's like, yo, sometimes you catch yourself, you pop up in somebody's chat and they happen to just be going in on somebody. It's like, oh, I walked in at the wrong time. Like, I don't, I
Right.
want to love and support, but I don't want to be part of the nonsense or the effery as we call it. Because hey, I got love for a lot of yous out there,
No,
especially the
absolutely.
added. Mm,
Yeah, can you hear
it could
me?
be. I hear you. I'm trying to get the camera back on or something.
No, no, don't mess it up. But I can see you. I can definitely see your face and everything. But no, but it's like that. We have love for a lot of people, a lot of different chats. And when you see brothers and sisters tearing each other down, it does affect you somewhat. You be like, oh man, you kind of feel it a little bit, right? But you be like, Dad, what should I do? Should I say something? Should I stay in the bushes? And I say a lot of times we can pull people behind the scenes. If you got their phone number or if you got their Instagram, you can just give them a little advice and say, yo, blah 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 or whatever. But I just say always protect yourself, man. Always
Mhm.
protect yourself and be cool. You know what I mean?
That's how I am. Cause I don't talk to a lot of different people on the phone. like very few people can get a hold of me. I like
Yes.
it that way, especially because
Hmm.
if everyone has access to you, then you're gonna be a part of everybody's issues that everybody might have got going
Right,
on.
right. And then sometimes you have people hitting you up and they asking you for advice, but they're not really taking the advice. You understand what I mean?
Right, right.
So you
It,
feel
it,
like then you feel some type of way. And then, so I understand, you got to keep it limited. Like I was saying
mm,
before, the smaller groups is the most powerful groups. A lot of times when we got so many groups, so many people around us, we don't know who's real and who's fake. But you got that soft spot in your heart where you want to, help people out. But sometimes people take their kindness for weakness.
right, right. Often, not even
Right.
that happens often, very,
Yeah.
very often.
And then you might feel like you got to defend yourself, but that's why I just keep it moving. I just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Right. If you support somebody and rock with them, and you want to see them win, you D-ride it. If you don't rock
Oh
with somebody,
man.
then you a hater. It's like yo, I'm
Yeah.
40. I'm 41 years old, man. I ain't D-riding nobody.
Right. It's
Like
like
no,
it's like
I like to support, show love, so like
yeah.
encourage people to do right, to do better.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a catch 22 because I have heard people say, "Yo, you scared to say my name," and then you say their name, and then like you said, they say you D-riding. So it's like a catch 22. So that's why I say the best thing to do is just teach. You know what I mean? People want to get into arguments with people, but people only get into arguments when they have a mental malfunction or they pay so much attention on people that they think that's higher than them. Because a lot of times people get caught up in comparing themselves to others. You
Mm.
know?
You're your best competition. The best competition is yourself.
Right. Right.
Compete with yourself. That's
Right. Just be
the
happy. I
best
say
one.
just be happy for other people. If you see somebody else winning, just be happy for them because that's inspiration. You don't hate on them, but a lot of times people get caught up into they start comparing them. Oh, they got a better house than me. I got a 1 bedroom. They got a 2 bedroom. They got a house. They got no. You where you at for a reason. You understand what I
Right.
mean?
Right. And you're gonna stay stuck there. You don't appreciate what you have either.
Absolutely, absolutely.
People is like, yo, I don't know, cause it's me. It's just I really want to see people just
Yeah,
win, whatever
right.
that means. Win. Like focus on yourself, make your life for you and your loved ones better. This is there's nothing anybody on YouTube could say that would really hurt my feelings unless it
No.
came from people I actually really care about. Like
Right. And a lot
and I,
and a lot of times, even when people are criticizing me, you, or whoever, I always say, get the juice of it, get the vitamins out of it, because some of it might have some truth to it. So I say, take the vitamins out of it because if a person is paying that much attention to you, then they might know a little bit more about you than you think. So I say, just take the juices of it, but never take anything personal. I don't care
right.
what happened. Don't take it personal because once you take it personal, you lost. You lost.
I learned that. I learned that. 'Cause I used to take it personal often, and that's
Right.
there's nothing people can say to hurt my feelings. Like I said,
Right.
nothing.
Yeah,
I
once
know.
you have self control and all of that, and once you understand life, because people are only judging other people based on how they see life. So a lot of times it's not true, and like I said, sometimes it might be some truth to it, but everybody has a different understanding of life, and especially if somebody doesn't know you and they're talking stuff about you, they only really judging you on what they see. So a lot of it is not true, but people take it personal and then they get into these arguments with people, and that's very non-productive.
Mm. And even when we're trying to communicate, the communication has to be up to par. Like
Yes.
we don't even know how to have dialogue with each other without screaming and cursing and getting personal with each other. Like
Right.
now we gotta be better at communicating, a whole lot better. More gets accomplished when everybody's on the same page, communicating properly, agree to
Right.
disagree, whatever it is.
Or some type of solution. Some type of solution. I was talking to my daughter the other day, and I was telling you before, she's the champion in her debate class, right? My daughter loves to
Mm.
go back and forth. She's like a chatty, but when you're doing that and there's some type of solution, that becomes a debate. It becomes more fun. It becomes more productive. But if I'm just gonna argue and I'm just gonna drag you, it's about who says the funniest things, who embarrass, who exposes each other the most. But what is
Or
coming
or
out of it?
who or who has the loudest microphone.
Right, right. That too. But nothing is coming out of it. Nothing is coming out of it. Because I don't mind somebody telling me about myself if it can help me and it's applicable information. Then how can you get mad? You know what I mean?
Like it's not what you say, it's how we say it.
Right,
How we say it.
right.
It's like, yo, but always check yourself first before you try to call someone else out. Don't be
I feel you.
judging
I feel
judging
you.
someone for doing something, and then you over here doing the same thing, but on the low, or like,
Mm,
and nobody's perfect. Everybody has flaws.
everybody.
Everybody has flaws. No one's
I was just
perfect.
listening. I was listening to the brother Sharif A. Bey, and he was speaking about the vices and things. And he said even he has vices, and some of his vices is eating food that he shouldn't be eating. Right. So you're right. We all have flaws and we all have vices. But are we trying to tear each other down based on them, or are we trying to help each other?
Mm, mm.
We all have them. We all have them.
Like what you doing, cause you've been. I want to give you kudos too, right? Cause you've been
Yes.
spending a lot of time with your daughter this month, and that is
Yes.
very dope. I'm happy to see staying
Yes.
busy.
Thank you. Thank
She
you.
made a video mocking you. That was funny. It's like our kids know us very well.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
told me she she was like we was talking and then she was mocking me and I was like wow and it was kind of similar to what my son said too and sometimes we don't realize it right but I was like wow that's kind of funny so I was like let me record that real quick and yeah I had I'm at my daughter for 2 months she was like y'all want to stay for you like 2 months or whatever and I'm learning too because this is the first girl that I had. My son is 24, so I'm learning all of the female stuff and different stuff. And it gives you a greater respect for women and different things like that. Like we was talking, she was like, "Oh, I like this friend for you and I like that friend for you." But I was like, I got so much responsibility with her, my granddaughter, my son and me that I'm not even worried about a relationship right now. You my relationship, my granddaughter's my relationship. You know what I mean?
Fire,
Yeah.
respect. Now it's really dope to see. It's like really, really
Thank you.
dope. And
Thank you.
like, yo, every time I want to call you, I'm like, yo, he's probably with the kid doing something. So let him be. He'll hit me
Yeah,
when he's good. He'll hit me when he's good.
right. Yeah, she's in school now, and then she gets out of school at 4:20, and then she works for RTG, Release the Grip. She actually has a job there, and they pay her on her little cash app and everything. So she's like motivated, and she keeps me motivated because we go to sleep around 9 o'clock. So like I'm sleeping, so she keeps me on track. My daughter keeps me on track, man.
Kids should, right? That's
Yes.
what the kids keep you stable. That's me. That's the
Mm.
family keeps me stable. At least
Right.
they're my backbone. They my reason why I want to be great, why I want to be good, why I want to do
Yes.
more.
Yeah,
It's not about me.
salute to everybody
It's
in the
not.
chat.
We got
We got
open
some people
minded,
open
Delvin.
minded. Salute, brother King Delvin. We got Bucks in the chat. I can't really see the comments. Can you see them?
Yeah, I could see. I could see.
Okay.
Delvin said something about the kids, a bunch of kids.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
the
if
children. Yeah, children are honest. They're honest. They might tell us certain things that we might not feel at the time, but our children, they kind of know us better than anybody. You know what I mean?
right? And they smart too. Don't
Yes.
think that. Imagine the things we seen when we was 4 or 5 years old. Like our kids
Yes.
are smart too. And for your daughter to even like mimic you like that, it means she's paying attention. She's paying attention to the words you
Yes, she
speak.
is.
You know,
Yes, she is.
she's taking that information in. Like, yo, eat good, eat properly, eat better.
Right. Right. And make a little humor about it. And I was like, wow. But like I said, she keeps me sharp. She keeps me sharp.
It says
The brother open
that,
minded
that
said a lot of backbiting on this app is becoming very um uninterested in just my thoughts. No, and that's true. That's true. Cause I see it 1 minute dudes is good, then the next minute they going at each other, they're having conversations in the back. And I don't think it amounts to nothing. I think if you have an issue with somebody, I mean you should be able to let the person know face to face or just hit the person because people say I have a problem with this person, right? But if you really have a problem with somebody, you want to get to the solution. So some
right.
people have a problem and then they say they don't care. So if you don't care about, how can you have a problem with somebody if you don't care? I don't understand that. If I got a problem with one of my homies, I'm gonna let them know, yo, son, boom, 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 boom. But if I don't care, then I will never speak about it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's how it is for me. Cause like the
Yeah.
relationship isn't even there. We don't even know each other. Like
Right.
it's not worth. Like you can't offend me if you don't
Right.
know me. 1 second, Delvin. The comment I read was, it's a bunch of kids. Let's just be honest. That's the comment I was talking about.
Yeah, I think you were talking about the children. They're honest. Let me see what he said. No. Okay. I said. Okay. Yeah.
He's
The
probably talking about
the
like
people on
the
YouTube
ones
are acting like
behaving
kids.
crazy. Right. Right.
Right. Kitty behavior. No, and that's true. That's true because if you're a grown, responsible human being, you got so much responsibility that shouldn't even grab your attention. Shouldn't even grab your attention. You know what I
Kitty
mean?
behavior. That's what I was interpreting it as.
And if
Childish,
you
childish
and if you
behavior.
care that much, you can speak to the person in private if you care that much. But a lot of this stuff is content, and I get it, So I'm not trying to knock anyone's hustle, but people are saying they don't care, but then they're doing content on certain things. So I feel what the brother's saying, a lot of kiddie behavior, and
Right.
the
Right.
brother
Childish.
open-minded said his grandkids help him stay balanced. That's real.
Mm,
That's real.
that's what it is for me. That's what
That's
helped
real.
me. Because when I was younger, I wasn't the best person. Now that I'm older, it's an obligation. And life
Yes,
is so much better when you behaving properly or giving it your best at least.
absolutely.
I'm about to
Absolutely.
join you up in my open minded. I'm about to join you. I'm about to be a grandfather too.
Congratulations again.
Right up until we're getting that.
Congratulations.
Looking forward to it. How's your weather over there, Cos?
Say that one more time.
How's your weather over there?
Oh, the weather is kooky over here, man. It's hot 1 minute, then it's cold. I just had my jacket on and I was sweating when I went outside, but the weather is crazy. It's cool. It's
Hmm.
cool.
Now, Delvin, you good. I kind of understood what you were saying. You good though, bro. Trust is no. Sometimes people read things and it gets misinterpreted. People understand things differently. Definitely didn't mean nothing out of it. Like you said, some wild thing or something like that. Didn't Definitely didn't mean to do that. But I get it. The childish behavior. Like
Right.
act our age, not our shoe size.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know, like we was talking about before, sometimes people just want to have fun. Sometimes people want to pull at your chain, but I think it's a way that you do it. I think it's a way that you do it. But some people just getting becoming besides themselves with it. And the brother open minded is making some great points, man. People must stick to the script, moral values and principles, and that says a lot. That says a lot.
They have changed these days. These days, those morals, principles, they they have changed. They're not even the same. They should have stood the same. It should definitely be the same, but people's priorities and what's
Right.
important, it's all different and messed up these days.
Yeah, because you know what it is. It's what motivates a person. You know what motivates him. Like the brother said, his grandchildren motivate him. So you can automatically tell what mind state the brother's in. He's probably doing arts and craft with them, doing things with them. But certain people are motivated by different things, and they're chasing different things in life. You understand? You
Mm,
got some brothers and sisters that they ain't see their kids in months or years. They don't have that connection. And like the brother said, his grandkids keep him connected. My daughter, my son, they keep me connected. They keep me grounded. You know what I mean? Like, so you need that. You need that. You need the family. Like I said, I was just with my aunt. I was just talking to my aunt. You need that connection. You got a lot of people that they connected to strangers online, people who don't really care about them, man. That don't really care.
hmm You gotta care enough. You gotta
Yeah,
care more. Care more. Hey, listen, I was there. I was once that really didn't care, and I was
right.
reckless. Nah, it's times have changed, and I want to live a long, healthy life. Like we're dying too
Absolutely.
young. We're dying at 50, 60 years old. It's like, nah,
Right.
I want to see that 80, 90, 100 number.
Right, and it's an emotion, it's a feeling, right? Because you got some people that's like 50 years old talking like they about to croak. They about to croak. And I was talking to my uncle. My uncle's 85 and I'm 45. He said, "Man, you're a baby." He said, "You're 45." He said, "That's a baby. You got your whole life ahead of you." And we're looking at it like, "Yo, I'm 40, I'm 50." They like, "You're a baby, man. You ain't even start living yet." I'm like, "What? You don't know what I've been through." So I think it's an emotion and all how you look at it. You know what I mean?
Right. People will how we deal with people with bad energy. Do we just stay away from them? Do we try to work around it? 'Cause Devin just made a comment too, like bad
Okay.
energy, and we see that often. We see a lot of people running around with tremendously bad energy, like
I guess
especially in go ahead.
no, I guess it's the relationship that we have with the person, right? Because we have family members, we have people that we love that might have bad energy, right? So we want to help them and we want to point them in the right direction. And then we have associates that, have bad energy and you really don't have to be that connected to them. So I guess it's really the
Oh,
connection that we have with the people, right? Some people have
right.
parents, some people might have loved ones that have bad energy. So me myself, I say, always be kind to them and try to point them in the right direction.
hmm
And some people
Well,
might.
first they need to acknowledge that they have that energy, because some people
I
don't.
agree. I
They
agree.
don't think it's like, oh, I have to be this way. I have to be this way. It's like being nice doesn't pay off, or being kind is no point. And it's,
Yes. Yes.
why we think that way?
No, you're right. You got some people that feel like they have to be a certain way because they might live or be in a certain type of environment, but you don't because you bring the energy. I think you said that too. The energy that you put out is the energy that you receive a lot of times.
hmm Sometimes people got to deal with things that happen generational,
Mm,
like how could I explain this? Like the grimy things I might have done in my life. If I didn't pay for them, perhaps my kids will have to pay for it.
right. You corrected yourself. Yes.
Mm. It's like, yo, that's tough. But just keep giving it your best and be your best. Be your
Yeah.
best day in and day out. If you fall off, it's okay. Get back up and keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. I remember OG told me, right? He said as long as you don't fall off the ground, you're all right. You know what I mean?
So, as long as you can look up, you can get up. So,
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
you know. So, yeah, man.
The brother said when you hate yourself, it's easy to hate others, and that's so true because you have people. who hate people who look like them or people whatever, and it's easy to start to hate others for no reason. You just don't like a person. You never even had a conversation with them, and you talking about you don't like this person. How you don't like them, and you never even had a conversation with them. And then when you have a conversation with them, you be like, "Oh wow, this person's not even that bad." So when we
Right.
like we were speaking about before, communication,
Mm-hmm. Communication is very healthy, especially in
right?
friendship, husband and wife relationship, even with your kids. Communication is very the
Very important.
boundaries. It's like never don't be assuming what's right and what's no. Establish the boundaries.
No, no,
Uh,
that's a whole fact because, like we said before about judging people, right? Everybody is living life based on their experience, right? Some people do
uh,
certain things just based on survival tactics, and once you know a person, you can kind of understand why they do things. It might not be right, but you can kind of understand it. And if you help the person, you help them point them in the right direction. But you have a lot of people nowadays that they rather bash a person because it quote unquote make them look good. But it doesn't make you
mm,
look good. It makes you look crazy when you bash people or you try to put somebody down because nobody's better than nobody. You might be better off than somebody at that particular time, but nobody's better than nobody, really.
I think it will always balance out. Like I could be better at something than you are, and you could be
Right.
better at something than I am. But then you teach me, and I'll teach you, and if that could go on and on, that cycle, each one teach one, kind of,
Right.
it will help. It will help. But people ain't gonna listen to you if you're not setting the example. Go ahead.
Right. No, because even when you look at life itself and you look at history, right? Every nationality, every culture has added something to this world, but people would never really know that because they never communicated with them or they never took the time out to study them. Look at what Mexicans brought. Look at what Africans brought. Look, what I mean? Everyone brought something to this world. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Everything serves a purpose.
We all have something to offer, all
Yes.
of us.
Yes.
So tap into that. Tap into it.
Look, what would
Mhm.
the world be like without garbage men? You understand?
Even if everybody was on the same page and was positive and happy, what would the world be?
Right.
There's still gonna be somebody that's gonna try to backbite or underhand the
That's reality.
most of the people. They're gonna fool us somehow. It always sneaks through the cracks. Always somehow someone always sneaks into the cracks.
Right. And none of us are perfect because a lot this is why we fast, right? We fast physically and we fast mentally. A lot of times we eat things that we're not supposed to eat, right? We're breathing certain air. So nobody is really perfect. That's just like when you walk through the park, right? You're stepping on God's creations and you're killing God's creations, but mentally you don't look at it as nothing bad.
Mm.
You understand what I mean? So this is when you live and let live, and you get a greater consciousness of what you're doing in this life, and you try not to. I know some people they rather not walk through the grass. They'll walk on the concrete, just being more conscious. But that doesn't mean you're a bad person because you walk on the grass. But just know what you're doing and why you're doing it.
You
You
know
know what I'm
what? This
saying?
is this is this is why they sell us flip flops and sneakers with rubber soles, because
Yeah,
rubber doesn't attract that frequency that from nature. So it is great to walk barefooted on grass, even through the neighborhood. Connect with the universe with barefooted.
absolutely. The rubber blocks the energy. The
Mm-hmm.
energy that we would get from the concrete or whenever they put the rubber like in a radio or something, it blocked the conduit, you know what I mean? So definitely, yeah, I know what you mean. And now they're making the sneakers with the crazy rubber soles, and that blocks us from that energy. From
Hmm.
the center of the universe is right there in the earth. You know what I mean?
Right. The shoes and the sandals are made of rubber, and if you decide to drive, the tires are rubber too. So you're still not connecting with the universe.
Right. The brother said the grass, yeah, the grass is living and it vibrates. You know, it vibrates. This is why we gotta be we gotta be conscious of the food we eat. You know, everything vibrates. Maybe it might be vibrating too fast or too slow. We can't see it, but everything vibrates.
Yeah.
So the brother is right. Brother King Delvin said the grass is living. Yes, it is. It's a living thing. It's conscious, just like the trees. Right? We were speaking about the trees maybe a couple of weeks ago, and everyone should find a tree in their neighborhood that they can get comfortable with, conversate with, talk with. A tree can be a greater asset to you than a human being. You know, a lot of times.
Mm, talk.
Yes. Yes.
Well, disconnect, be better. At least
Yeah.
I will be. I will be. I will strive to.
Right. You just
If
gotta
I got,
do what's good for you. Like we said, everybody's on a different level. So basically when we speak, we're just giving out tips or pointers, but everybody gotta do what's best for them. You know what I mean?
uh even at our age, like the 30s, 40s, and 50s, our bodies is taking food a different way than it once did while we was younger. So you might want to look at changing the diet a little bit for health reasons.
Right, right. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Because certain foods it has us reacting to life different, like we was talking about before. Certain foods turn on good genes and turn off bad genes and vice versa. So we
Uh-huh.
got to know what we're eating and why we eating it. You know what I mean? Just don't be eating food just to eat it. You know what I mean? That's senseless.
I catch myself often cause to be
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm eating like crap. It's like, oh, no wonder why you feel like crap the next day.
yeah,
Like, look at all
yeah.
this crap. You know,
Because
I think I'm.
you're right. You're right. I used to love those honey buns, man. I haven't had one in months, but I used to be dogging them joints. You know, the honey buns with the icing on it, the white icing.
Mhm.
Them joints was like crack, man. I could feel like I get the I forgot what you call it, like not the trembles, but I forgot the other word for it. But you're right. We got to be conscious of what we eat. You know what I mean? Yes.
At least make an effort, give it a
Yeah.
shot, a little bit at a time. It's kind of tough to go from doing one thing and then completely stopping it the next day. It's very, very tough. It's like the way the habit, that picking up habit part of the brain is. Like if we used to
That's
a
true.
certain, we will keep on. It's tough to break those habits, but they are breakable.
Right.
Yeah.
I say take something out of your diet and then kind of incorporate something into your diet, even the foods that you don't like. But I say a lot of times, like when we tap into our culture, whatever culture you're from, and you start eating that food, you start feeling the difference because it works better with your DNA. You know what I mean?
Amen. Amen. Like I said too, at 40 something, nope,
Right.
nope. That cheeseburgers and pizza and Chinese food is not gonna cut it. It's gonna cut you short. You're gonna lose out a bunch of years. It's like,
No,
mm-mm.
right. You look at certain food, right? That like cheese, right? I like cheese. I put cheese on my turkey burgers, but we can't even really break down that food. Corn, we can't properly break it down, or our body has to go into overdrive to break down certain meats. And we say, why are we putting ourselves through this much trauma just to enjoy these foods for 5 minutes or whatever? Because we just didn't know. We wasn't educated. But when we're eating certain meats, like certain beef, that stays in your system for about
Mm.
maybe sometimes 5 years. So it's like you got a dead corpse in your body, and you wonder why this smell or this stench is coming from time to time. You took showers or whatever, but you still have a little stench, or your breath might, because
Even
the meat
in
is
your
in your,
pause, and even in your
yes.
pauses, the sweat.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
agree. I
Absolutely.
agree. I agree. I agree. Mm,
Avocados. Yeah, I got some avocados in the kitchen. Yeah.
I
I
like
love
eating
avocado.
avocado. I love it so much. I do too.
Yeah, you could use it
Avocado,
as mayonnaise. You know that. You could use it as mayonnaise.
like guacamole.
Yeah, guacamole. Yeah, you could use that as a spread. Instead of mayonnaise, you can use it as a spread. Yeah.
Mm. Huh.
Yeah, the brother said it keeps the brother King Delvin said it keeps the skin firm. It keeps it nice and tight. Yes.
You could tell people's diets. Some people have that skin that's so it looks good and clean and healthy because you could
Right.
tell that they eating healthy. They eating real good.
And the hair too, by your hair, when your hair is like kind of brittle, you can tell that they don't have the best diet. Even the facial hair is kind of brittle. It's like
Mm.
breaking up and everything is falling and breaking up. So yeah,
Right.
and it's important, man. And we're learning. And when we do shows like this and we get the good information from the brother King Delvin, open minded, we're all learning at the same time. We're able to teach each other something.
That's the beauty of life. Teach and learn. Teach and learn.
Yes. Yes.
They both have some great info on their pages. Y'all definitely make sure y'all check them out, please. Open minded and Delvin.
Absolutely.
Co- Co-
Absolutely.
Co- Cosmo does too.
Thank you.
But
Thank
Cos-
you. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about inspiring each other. And and like we said, we see the brothers and the sisters tearing each other down, but you always don't have to defend everything. You don't. Everything doesn't demand a response. You know what I mean?
I agree. Sometimes we got to learn how to mind our business too and not instigate.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Sometimes it's best. The brother, I forgot who said this other day, but the brother was saying sometimes it's best not to just to say nothing. Sometimes we might think we're being positive, but we're kind of like amping it up too. Sometimes it's best just to be, just be. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Just be.
That's true. That is true. Cos, we're an hour in. What you think?
Yes, yes, yes. Good one. Good one.
I appreciate you so much helping me with these
Thank you.
lives and making
Thank
it
you,
good,
brother.
man. It's dope when we get together and just chop it up. And this was fire too. This was
Absolutely,
good. This
absolutely.
was good.
Thanks for always having me, man. And you know what I mean, because this just gives me an opportunity, and it gives everyone else an opportunity that watch it now and watch it on the playback. And like we said, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
Right. Got that right. Well, thank y'all all for tuning in and engaging and having great
Yes.
dialogue in the chat. Please hit the notification bell so y'all know when we live. And we'll be back soon again with the blessings. And subscribe to Cause and subscribe to each other. Peace, y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Yeah. Drop
Peace
your
and love.
links
Peace and love.
in the chat and all of that. You could drop your links. Feel free.
Yes, please feel free. Cause I'm about to call you in the back right now anyway.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. Peace and love. Thank you.
Okay.